OG Rose, and today we're going to be talking about Section 15. And we've been talking about the difference between the state, the society, the political body, the community. And if the state does, in fact, take away the authority of local communities, if it has this way of drawing authority to itself, maybe that's not so bad. If, in fact, the state can be a foundation of identity, if we can, in fact, find belonging in the state, if it can be the ground of our community. You know, we asked the question, how does the Cosmopolitan belong? Again, this person who's moving between these different cultures, these different civilizations, and isn't the person who isn't rooted or grounded in anything. Maybe the state could provide that. If the state has the authority and it's the one thing that we all share, maybe the state actually could be the grounding of a new identity, of a new way of being. Well, the issue with the state is even if you live in Washington, D.C., the government can be far away. The government, the state, is this abstraction. It's this thing that's there, and yet it's not there. It's this thing that you know exists, that has power, but it's not like the local bakery where you can go visit Mr. Smith. It's not something that's easily accessible, nor is it easy to locate. If you attend a congressional meeting, is this the government? Yes, it is, but it's also not the government. If you see the president, have you seen the government? Yes, you have, and that's the most powerful example of the government, but it's not really the government. So the government exists as this abstraction. And one of the reasons this can be very problematic is once we conflate, say, society or state, or feel like we have no choice but to treat the state like a society because, well, it's the only thing that has authority. Well, the problem is once we make the state that foundation, we're making something that's abstract, and that habituates us to be toward the abstract. And the problem that can also happen with this is that we relate to people more so, a way to put this, in The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky, there's a character that confesses to Father Zosima. He says, you know, Father, I have sinned. I loved humanity at the expense of an individual. And Dostoevsky basically wants to accuse socialism of doing that, of loving humanity and not individuals, that this is a very easy mistake to make. And he elaborates on it with the Grand Inquisitor section. Well, the more we make the foundation of our identity something abstract like the state, which again is increasingly more separated from us, the more and more it may also make us in our thinking toward the abstract as if it is concrete and real. We ourselves may start loving humanity instead of individuals. We may love Americans or America as opposed to Rustburg, Virginia and Mr. Smith. And if Dostoevsky is correct, that actually this falling in love with humanity contributes to terror. It actually creates, and as we love humanity, it becomes actually easier to dislike individuals. Well, the government might actually, by making the state the grounding, the foundation for our thinking, it may actually be training us to think that way and to become that way. And so that may actually hurt our society quite severely because it may make us dislike one another a lot more. We'll love the ideas of one another, but we won't love actual individuals. So if we put the state as the foundation of our identity, we put an abstraction as our identity, and then we may act and habituate ourselves to, in so identifying with that abstraction, we may habituate ourselves to being toward abstractions, and that may make it more difficult for us to live successfully in the society in a manner that makes the people around us feel appreciated and as if they belong. So anyway, this is section 15 of Belonging again for the whole work. Please visit ogrose.com, and thank you for your time.